All right, hello. We are going to continue on a video that we watched a little while ago. I showed you that this indicator shows that a big push is getting ready to be made, and we left off knowing that when we start seeing activity here, we know that there's going to be a push. So I have this indicator that shows, like, we got in here. The first indicator came around February 25th. It went down, it went up, it went down. So it just stayed steady for a while. But if you check out that video, that was the one I did February 26th. If you look at that video, you will get to see what I was talking about. So, yes. So February 26th, let's see. So I did that video around this time. And I was saying, yes, it's going up and down and up and down. Something is getting ready to happen, because when price stays steady like that, it usually pushes up or down. And we know that because my signals are starting to come in. So let's see what happened. This is a long entry. It did hit stop loss, but I also have a signal to take a short, and it hit. So let's see right now what that looks like. What we're looking at is fairly good risk reward ratio. Just if we stuck with this, that is about a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio for this short entry. But check this out. Let's see what indeed happened. So we stopped here. That's if you just stopped here. That's 5-to-1. But price, like I said, price is going to make a big push. It went down, and it continued to go down, and it continued to go down. So, yes, this, like I said, this is a 5-to-1, but it could have been as far as 16-to-1. Let's not even, okay, and we're not even stopping there. At least 22-to-1 right here, at least, with more to go. So you see what I'm saying? Like, we see that big push happening here. So yeah, I have signals. When these signals start coming in, that's saying that there's going to be a push. So these are possible entries. This is a long entry, and I do very tight stops, because I don't think there's any reason to not have a stop loss. You should always have a stop loss. But yes, and just with 60 pips, that's keeping it safe. You could have went much, much further. And that's the point I'm trying to say. So yes, that was a big push, and now we got new signals coming in. That was in March 9th. New signals coming in saying there's going to be a push. So we started out with the long, with the tight stop loss. We would have hit it barely, but it did hit. And then I have one set up for a short here. Yes, so we got something going on here. As I said, let's see how much further it went down. Ah, look at that. So do you see what I'm saying? Like, this indicates that pushes are getting ready to come through. And this went down significantly. We did not have to stop at this 60 pip take profit. Let's see. This is a short entry. Let's see what kind of risk reward we're looking at with that. Just with that, we got about a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. And remember, this could have gone down here, even further than that. This is even further. So we're looking at about a 10-to-1 risk reward ratio. Okay. Like, seriously. All right, so now we have this down. Okay, we found another area where a push is shown to be possibly coming through, and I have one here. That's 60 pips. How much for it? It didn't really go up too much more. It went back down. But yes, as you can see here, we made a 60. Let's see how much that is. Okay, we got about a 5.8, almost 6-to-1 risk reward ratio for this. So yes, these are zones. So yeah, it came through, came back down, and would it hit stop loss, but then it came back up again. All right, so we got another indicator. Something is getting ready to happen. And it did. How much more further did it go down? Okay, yeah, so the activity stops here. But as you can see, it's continuing to go down. 60 pips is not the limit. It could have kept going down. And we're back in March. I'm gonna go ahead and replay this so you can see this actually happened. Goes slow. Yes, look, it's still going down. Came up a little bit. I'm going down. So yeah, this is where it would have stopped, but it is continuing to go down. So yes, this indicator was right. A push was getting ready to happen, and that push went down. I can't necessarily show if it's going up or down, but here it's going down. Yes, I just wanted to really talk about that because I left off on February 26th, and I want you to see since then it's continuing to do that. It's continuing to show you significant pushes up and down. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I will be talking more and more each day about the activity from these indicators and what it's able to provide us. Okay, that's it.